Hey guys, we're back with another video, and today we have something a little bit special. It's the first time it's ever happened to us, but a realtor actually reached out to us and told us about a location that is actually for sale, but it has a lot of history to it. It's in disrepair, it's falling apart, but he asked if we're interested in checking it out. So we're here today to check out an abandoned barn. And it's not technically abandoned, someone does own it, but it hasn't been used in a long period of time. So there are some contents inside. We don't know too much history about it, but we're going to check it out and share it with you guys, so come along with us. So as you can see, the realtor sign is there, and it's almost unrecognizable as a barn. It's completely overgrown. So we're going to try and make our way inside. Well, here's our first peek inside, and looks pretty interesting. Alright, so as soon as we walk in, we have our first item. I guess this would be considered a barn find. I'm going to try and get a closer peek at it. Okay, so what we have here is a 1979 Datsun. It's not a very common car. It's more of an economy car. 5-speed manual. Looks like 101,000 miles. And I think something's been nesting in the glove box. It says the Datsun 310GX. Body's not in bad shape. I mean, the bottom of the door panels are kind of rotted, but overall it's not too bad. Got this pretty cool wagon here. This is actually a radio flyer. You could kind of see the old outline of it. Looks like they spray painted it over. I don't think it's the original color. Yeah, there's the red base coat. Barn itself is, again, listed for sale, but it is the only thing that's here on the property. So not only do you get the barn, you get all the contents inside, but the barn is in badly need of repairs. Probably still could be salvaged, but it's going to take a lot of work. Luboline. Like the American red, white, and blue color scheme on it. And the inspection sticker over there is 87. That's the last year of inspection. It's got a little 4-cylinder Nissan engine. The old air cleaner and everything, carbureted. Some miscellaneous piles of things laying around, wood and scrap metal, aluminum, and looks like some kind of, I believe that's probably for Christmas, that star. Does have some lighting in here. It's a older style light fixture. There's some more of those light fixtures laying around. And out there, I believe, is the silo. There's upstairs to it too, but I don't know how good the steps are going to be, but maybe we'll make our way up there. Are these engines here?
Yeah. Straight 6.
Yeah. So we have a little room off to the side here. We'll see if we could get in and check it out. Believe it or not, this car is actually sitting on a wooden platform. This floor is elevated because the actual floor is down there. So it's kind of weird setup. So this part of it's in worse condition. It's just some lumber, scrap wood, some cooling fans. Those look like computer cooling fans. Here we have an old newspaper, March 1978. And if you guys probably remember these are actually usually used for electrical companies for spools of wire, but a lot of them got like leftover or sometimes sold, and they make like great tables for your backyard. And there's one better look at the Datsun. Got a pretty hefty sized ladder. That's pretty heavy duty. So it looks like that at one point this was one connected floor, but it just buckled under the elements and time and weight. That's the remnants of it. Okay, so we have looks to be like a little workshop area. But it's like a funhouse effect. It's like tilted.
Bunch of bones.
Oh yeah. There's something dead here.
Squirrel.
There's some feces right there. Box full of bones. It's a deer. Yeah, it's the spine and the hoof. Look at that. I don't know what that is. Like an old tape player or 8-tracks player maybe. I think that's the cover to it right there, the blue.
Chieftain radio.
Oh yeah. Not a big selection of channels on that. There's another radio. Oh, there's a deer skull. Automatic. The thing I never knew about these, you actually have like almost like TV elements with tubes and all kinds of stuff in back. There's an old fuse box with those manual push-in fuses. There's a blast from the past. Those you may not know, this Planters Peanuts originated in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It used to be their headquarters. And I did a video about that. If you want to check it out, it'll pop up in the corner of the screen here, but some people don't realize they used to be in Wilkes-Barre. Here we have an Allen Bradley book. All kind of parts. We got some new old fan belts. Gaskets. I'm guessing the original owner probably did some type of auto repairs out of this place or maintain his vehicles here. It looks to be a little hayloft up here, I think, with some older fluorescent fixtures.
I like the tree holding the top up.
I didn't realize at the time this is a big sliding door. Glides along that rail. See if that door still works. Yeah. Surprisingly it does. Oh yeah. Tree limbs as supports. Alright, so the information we have on this is very limited. I spoke to the realtor who spoke to the current owner. He purchased this at a back tax sale, and we don't know when it was built, what it was used for, or the last time it was actually used. I guess it was sitting here abandoned for a long period of time. Gentleman bought it and now is flipping it over and has it for sale for himself. By the looks of it, maybe you guys could tell what it was used for. It's not like your typical cattle barn. It doesn't look like it has any type of livestock or feeding stations, so it may have just been for maintenance on his farm equipment or auto repairs or something else, but all in all, I'm still glad we got to check it out. I'm going to try and make our way upstairs if we could without risking life and limb. Okay, so we do have a set of steps here. It's a little crooked, but they do seem fairly stable. I don't know what those are. If you guys know what those are, let me know. Some kind of electrical devices. It's a bunch of buttons and switches on the front of it there. That one has some knobs on it. But I'm not going to go any farther because there is some screen doors blocking the way. And I'll just turn around. There's not really much up here to show. Here's a nice overview from the steps. And over in the far section here we have some more of those table wire spools, like a giant tank there, maybe acetylene for welding, light fixtures, barrels, more tanks over there. This looks like it might be a furnace. A lot of these light fixtures are laying around in the mess here. They look like the ones you see at like the older amusement parks or mini golf courses. Okay, so this is the back of the barn here. Another sliding door. Looks like there may have been a small structure right there. It's collapsed. Just some junk laying out here. And here's the silo. So we've seen these before in some of the barn videos I've filmed in the past. I still like the design of them. I was told these used to hold like corn or feed. Right out here looks like we've got a little cutting station. Looks like that round circular wheel would have had like a belt on, like a belt driven mechanism. And it's a very large circular blade. I think you would have put the material on the other side of that little flap there and would have cut it. It's old school wood cutting, not like the Black & Deckers that you have today. So we got a frame of a bicycle here. Not sure what kind it is. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got these welding tubes around it. Alright, yeah, so here's the back look at that saw. And not sure how it works, but I think the material, you know, the wood would sit on here and somehow either the table would move or the blade would move and cut off your slices. It's probably pretty old. I don't know if it's custom built or if it's manufactured like that. Alright, one thing you might discover is this looks like a huge abnormal like watering can, oil can. It's got not your typical spout, it's like a big rectangular opening there. If you guys know what that's for, I'm curious to find out. We never saw anything like it. It's no good anymore, it's rotted, but it's a unique piece. Now right behind me is the barn. There's a few things in the woods here I want to show. It's probably going to be hard to depict, but got a, looks like an oil tank or something there. some kind of mechanism. I believe these are all like tractor attachments. Got a big saw blade here, cutting blade, probably for thick brush. And there's some kind of utility cart there. And farther back is it's like a tiller blade, plow blade. They kind of drag it and it spits the dirt up both sides of it. So my initial thoughts were correct. There was a structure on the back side of this barn. You can see the remnants of the wall with some windows. There was a stone foundation. Could have been used for anything, but hasn't been here for a long time. Don't know what this is. If you guys have any idea what this was used for, not sure if it's farm related or something custom. I said it resembles like a tractor pulling sled. You know, the tractor would pull this and those would stop the dirt from flying up. I don't believe it's for that, but it does resemble it though. But it has like little shelves here, and inside has almost like the bed of a pickup. Interesting though.
What we found here is an old lantern flashlight. Pretty rough shape. Battery's leaking out.
It's got like a beacon light on the back too. Still intact. Battery still inside, all the
Decayed.
yeah.
Pretty neat.
Look at that. It's like a little signal SOS light. It almost looks like something the miners would use. It's pretty cool. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank the realtor for notifying me of this location. It's definitely a piece of history. I don't know how old it dates back to, but all in all, glad to be able to share it with you guys. The car in there, that Datsun, is a cool find. That's something you don't really see laying around. Can't imagine there's too many of those around anymore either. The old wagon, the radio flyer, and just the miscellaneous pieces really made for a great location. I'm going to turn to Mike and he'll tell you his thoughts.
Wasn't too bad. I like the old stuff, like the oil cans, the old light that kind of fell apart on us. Datsun was a nice find. Definitely a nice barn find there. But overall, not too bad. It was not too much to see, but you know, before it's gone, it's nice to see it.
And that's exactly why we do what we do. Eventually this isn't going to be here anymore, like a lot of other places we film, and this is documenting and preserving history. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you let us know by giving it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss any future uploads. Lastly, thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.